Hey everybody, welcome to another exciting episode of Javier in the Air. If you haven't been here before, welcome for your first time. If you have, welcome back. This is episode 4 of season 7, and we're off to a great start this season. Had some great reviews, had some great feedback, and we'll continue to have great stuff for the rest of the year. So let's go ahead and let's see what we have today. We have our trash in the hood. We'll have our Zen Moment, a special one. I guess I'll call Luna, because I have a bunch of. Well, you'll see. Then we will have our Jav-A Beans. This time we are out at Red Horn, and then finish it up with our Spirit Times. And yes, we were back at it. Brother Rob and I were back out at Brewtique. So we have a couple of beers for you to take a look at and review. Review on your own. We have our own judging on there, and if you don't like or don't agree with our judging, rather, then you're more than happy to. I am more than happy to hear from you, and you can send me feedback here on the show in my YouTube handle, which is hashtag Javier in the Air 01. You can also reach me however you know how to reach me: Facebook, email, smoke signals, semaphore, Morse code, however you know how to get a hold of me, get a hold of me. So we're gonna go ahead and get going and get into our trash in the hood. Dark Frog Social Media presents Trash in the Hood, weeks 154 and 155. All right, welcome to week 184, day 5. So this was a 2.43 mile walk. Actually, one of the longer ones that I do during the week. You'll see on the next week I went a little bit less. So anyway, got that walk in, straight out and back type of event, nothing crazy. And then you see here, there's a lot of stuff going on here. So found some big pieces of paper and cardboard underneath everything, and then the beer cans and the food wrappers and a tennis ball and parts of cars. People aren't picking up. They just throw it to the side, and I guess the cleanup crew misses it, or there isn't a cleanup crew after an accident, depending on the type of accident. And then a vape pen and a energy drink type of thing that I wanted to put there with the tobacco products. And then about I believe this was about 70 cigarette butts. So actually quite a lot of cigarette butts for that route, more so than usual. So here is a smaller route on week 185, day 2, 1.25 miles. It looks crazy, but it wasn't as long as the map actually makes it look. 1.25 miles is not very far for myself and my walking partner, and so but we got it in, and so it was kind of like around the pond, which is why you see that big blank square. So we found some interesting things here. We found, well, there in the about mid-center, a little bit to the left of center, a knife. Wasn't like a sticking, like a shiv, but just like a knife. Bunch of PVC pieces. Which I kept, which I might be able to use depending on what I need them for. But they're perfectly good. Maybe fall off a truck or something like that. They were left in the road. So we picked them up to get them off the road, and I thought maybe I can use them for a project or something. So we'll see what happens with it. Beer cans, as always, a lot of paper, always a ton of paper. I'm surprised at how much paper seems to accidentally fall, quote unquote, out of people's cars. And then we got about 44 cigarette butts. So day 3 of week 185, this is a little over 1 3/4. You see it kind of went out and back type of thing along the Anderson Mill and back to the house type of thing. So always find a lot of interesting stuff there. In fact, I find so much I can't take it all, but I take what I can. Because it just gets heavier and heavier, and they're big pieces. So underneath everything is a rug. That's right, a rug, almost like a welcome mat type of thing, but maybe a bath rug or a shower shower mat type of rug. There's food wrappers and plastic bags and car parts and bits of metal and latex gloves and beer cans and food wrappers. So again, this is the craziness that you find along Anderson Mill and 620. And then lots of just little bits of pieces of paper again, as always, some cigarette products, and then about 50 or 55 cigarette butts. So it was a crazy day out there. Okay, so there you have it. There was our trash in the hood. So as always, I always get either on here or when I post on Nextdoor, I always get at least one or two questions about, well, why do you do this, Javier? And also, are you being safe? That usually comes from people I know. Why I do this, because it keeps me accountable for walking and trying to stay healthy or get into being somewhat healthy. I still have problems with my knees and joints and stuff like that, so I've been trying to get out and walk more to try to alleviate that and also help with weight loss to get that. I've also been looking into some other things, and maybe they'll make it on the show. The other is, do I keep it safe? Yes, I do. So in the beginning, I used only like a pair of gloves, like latex gloves, and I was picking up stuff by hand. Well, I soon got tired of doing that, so I got myself a grabber, and I'm on my third set of grabbers now. They tend to break when you're picking up heavy items and you grasp too hard. And it snaps the little plastic pins. Maybe I'll try to have one designed for me that'll be a little bit stronger, or maybe I should try to get a metal one and see how that does. But the ones I have right now are doing well, so I'll be using that. And I bought 2 or 3, and they came in like in a 3-pack, I believe. So I'll be having those for a while. But I do keep it safe. I wear gloves when I sort the trash, and I do sort the trash so that you can see exactly what is going on out there, specifically with the cigarette butts. So I like to show them. Yeah, it's gross, but I do play it safe and have my gloves on when I separate them from the trash. Luckily, so far I've only ever found one part of a hypodermic syringe over the past almost quite a few weeks now. We're on week 185, so that is a lot. But of those, only one have I found something like that. Everything else has been non-puncturable, not something that doesn't puncture you, let's put it that way, or my gloves or anything like that. There has been broken glass, and there has been sharp bits of metal and sharp bits of plastic and stuff like that, but we keep it safe, and I keep it to the grabber, or I make sure I have the gloves on and I grab it correctly so it's not going to penetrate the glove and therefore penetrate my hand. I also make sure that I don't get it close to my body too much so it doesn't scratch me or nick me or something and then give me some kind of weird craziness. So and I recommend that for those who are interested in collecting trash as well. Now, I've been seeing a lot of people on YouTube and on Facebook Reels and on TikTok that are cleaning up their communities, and I congratulate you. It's fantastic. Unfortunately, your neighborhoods are a lot crazier junk, have more junk than mine do. So I don't see a lot of the big pieces that you guys are seeing out there. Thankfully for one, and sad that you guys are seeing that, but I will continue to do my bit for King and Country, and hopefully y'all will continue yours as well, and more kudos and more credit to you guys for doing it. You're doing it in a bigger area, more people, and y'all have more trash to pick up than I do, so kudos. All right, so let's now go to our Zen Moment. Sometimes as a child I would look up into the night sky, or sometimes in the early morning sky, and see that which I find fascinating. Sometimes I would even say, "I spy" with my little eye. most of the times I would just look up and enjoy the view. It was a quiet time for just myself and Luna. Luna was always there when I needed to look up and get reassurance that there was more to life than what was just down on the streets or down in my house or just down here altogether. That Luna proved to me that there was so much more. And as I read and discovered science and nature and astronomy, I knew that it was right. So when I look up into the night sky these days, as I grow older, I know that my friend Luna will always be there with me. And I will always be there for her as we go through the times when we need each other and we look and we enjoy being with one another. Okay, so there you have it, our Zen moment. Thanks again to Jay Anderson, who once again, for the first time this year, has submitted a spoken word poetry, I guess. It's not really poetry, it's more, and it's not really slam per se, but it's spoken word, let's put it that way. Very nice. All right, so we're well into the show now, and time for me to tout myself. So Javier In the Air has been on the YouTube now for 7 years. This is the 7th year that I've been doing this show, and I enjoy it. I haven't been marketing it as I should, and I've been getting a lot of feedback from people lately that I need to start spreading my little corner of the world out into the world more. So we'll see how that goes. So I'll be trying to do some more stuff, more out and about, more of a presence. Though I am not a media influencer and I am not sponsored by anybody, let me make that clear. I am not sponsored by anybody, at least not right now. So I can be in certain markets, certain areas where other ones cannot go because they are sponsored. And so I am still under the radar. I still do not have to flag anything or have to have certain permissions or anything like that because it is a unsponsored show. It's just myself out here on the net. However, if somebody would like to sponsor me, please contact me however you know how. Maybe a brewery, maybe Florence Pugh. Somebody want to tag me out there and sponsor me. By all means, we can even do a Patreon. I know that's a big thing right now. A lot of the shows a lot of the podcasts that I've watched or read about lately have huge Patreon followings, and so if somebody would be interested in that, I'm not sure how that would go, but I'm sure I could set it up. Anyway, so and I am also now out on Spotify, so if you look up Javier In the Air, or your friends don't want to go on YouTube, you can tell them to go to Spotify and search for Javier In the Air, and they will find my show. It has been on there for this season, so they will get the first 3. Actually, I think they'll get a couple before that. They will get the pumpkin beer tasting. So I do have about, I take that back. I do have about 6 or 7 shows out there. Definitely all of season 7. So if anybody is interested, they can look there as well. If you have any ideas of how I can try to market myself better or at all, please give me a jingle on the old phone. And for those of you who don't know, phone used to be a communication device, kind of like your mobile devices. And for those of you who don't know, mobile devices are actually phones as well. So you can use them to call somebody. I know I'm an old fuddy-duddy, but and in fact, using the word fuddy-duddy makes me even older. But there you have it. All right, so now we've gone through most of the show time, or halfway through the show. So now let's go to our Jav-A Beans, where this time I am out at Red Horn. All right, out here at Red Horn Brewery, Cedar Park, that also has coffee for my Jav-A Beans. Hey, this was a great little order. This is an orange mocha. Oh, it's really got that nice, like almost like an orange liqueur to it, but then also a little rind, which is okay. I like that. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and give this 3.5 beans out of 5. So there you have it, orange mocha out here at Red Horn Brewery and Coffee. Right, so there you have it, our Jav-A Beans out at Red Horn Brewery and Coffee, and so had to get in that Jav-A Beans. So maybe I'll be hitting some of these. Some of these places do offer their own particular alcoholic drink and or beer. So I might be having to go out at a different time and hit some of these places again for their alcohol. So keep apprised and keep watching the show to see if I or when I make it out there. So also about the show, if you have something of interest to you that you are passionate about that doesn't have the two ones that are not allowed on the show, which is religion and politics for the most part, then be sure and reach out to me. If you have a mom and pop restaurant or brewery or coffee house or anything in the area that I can get to, or even if you're not in the area but you'd like to tout your business on my show, free of charge, then please let me know. Just reach out to me however you know how to reach out to me. So, and then I will set up something. Even if I can set up something here in my studio, I will. If not, I will set up something either via a Zoom call, or I will go out to your place of business and meet with you, the owner or owners, if you want, and then I will give a review. We can talk about that. Probably have an extra long show, if not two-parter. I think it'd be a great time. Also, if you're interested in being a co-host for once or twice, you're wanting to start maybe your own show and you'd like to just get your feet wet, so to speak. I'm not an expert at this by any way, shape, or form, but I have been doing this for about 7 years. So it does get easier as you do it. And if you want some tips and tricks on what not to do, watch my show. All right, so now we've gone through Jav-A Beans, and now we're going to get through the last part of the show, which may take a little bit longer than normal. I see we still have plenty of time left on the show. As always, I try to keep this around 30 minutes or less so that people will retain interest in my show and will keep coming back. I used to do it a lot longer, and I got slapped on the wrist by many people saying that is too long to just see your ugly mug on there for about an hour. So 30 minutes or less, we're going to go ahead and do now our spirit times, and this is out in the wild. We are going to be at the Boutique, as we've been to many places before, and actually was a precursor to this show, was putting a review out there of beers that you could find out there. Now, I'm not sponsored by Scott and Jana and the Boutique by any mean way, shape, or form. I just like going there. They like Brother Rob and I going there, drinking, enjoying ourselves. And if you have not been there and you live in the Austin, Cedar Park, Leander, Liberty Hill, Georgetown, Lake Hill, Buchanan Dam, Jonestown, then you should need to get out there. It's on Cypress Creek. It's called the Boutique, and it's a fantastic place for you to try different beers. And if Scott and Jen are not there, you can talk to any of their knowledgeable staff, and they will help you out. If you're like, what's all this IPA stuff about? Even though IPA has been around for a while, but if you've never tried one, they can definitely get you going on it. Or you can try one and be like, oh, this is not to my liking. I like more of this. I guarantee you, they will have it and they will show it. So Brother Rob and I graced their presence. Grace them with our presence, I should say. And we're out there a couple weeks ago just to enjoy ourselves, talk shit, and drink. So if you'd like to join us one day, just let me know, and I can schedule something where we can all go out there together and enjoy some beer and enjoy each other's company and talk about the world, in general, the world. So if you get what I'm saying. All right, so let's go ahead and go out to Spirit Times. All right, so I have to apologize. I am not sure what beer this is, other than it is an Imperial Stout. It started out the day drinking, but I just don't remember what it was, and I didn't write it down. So I apologize to the brewer for this. However, it was a really good Imperial Stout. Actually, it was from 512. You can see there at the bottom right. So it was from 512, but I don't remember what they called it. But it was a fantastic Imperial Stout. Really good. Really good on the front end. Really good finish. Dark. Not too chewy, if you know what I mean when it comes to stouts. But overall, really good. I think we both gave this 6 thumbs up out of 10, by the way, in case you didn't remember. Okay, and here is from Founders. This is their in I think it's called Backwards Bastard. Yes, Backwards Bastard from Founders. Really fantastic beer. Another good one. Brother Rob picked this one out, I believe, and it was just fantastic. Right on the front end. Very strong finish. Again, not chewy. It was really good. We both enjoyed it. Better than some of the other ones we had, but and we've had this before, but we haven't had it on the show before. Really good. Again, a lot of these beers are really high in ABV. This one, I believe, was 10 and a half, and so you won't find it in regular 6-pack. So, but it was really good. By the way, that last one, we both gave it a 7 thumbs up. This one here is Tups. Everyone who is anyone who drinks a lot of beer and a lot of craft beer, like Brother Rob and I do, will know Tups. They have some fantastic beer, especially some seasonal beers. But this one is their full-grown man, and it is just, again, Tups is well known, and they are fantastic brewers out there. Kudos to everybody out there at Tups. This is one of our go-to ones that we like to go and drink when we're out there. I believe this one is 11%. I'm not overly sure. It was getting late into the drinking session for us, but it was fantastic. We both give this one 7.5 thumbs up, and if you haven't tried it, you definitely got to try it. This is fantastic. This is a new one for us, Anderson Valley Brewing Company. This is their huge Arker, I think it's called. This is a bourbon barrel imperial stout. So again, decent on the ABV. You see it. It's aged in bourbon barrels, and so it gives it that whiskey taste. It's a little bit too much for us as far as the whiskey goes. I mean, I like whiskey, and we will have whiskey on here from time to time, and I like beer, as you can tell from the show. But sometimes together, the bourbon has a tendency to and whiskey itself, or any of the alcoholic added to a beer, has a tendency to wipe out the rest of it. So I gave this one, I think we agreed it was like a 5 on this. Sorry, Anderson Valley. And last but not least, we have our Real Ale Brewing with their Commissar. Not the Da Commissar, but Commissar. It's a Russian Imperial Stout. So we've had 2 of those this drinking session. It's 9.8 ABV, and it is really good. I can't give enough kudos out to Real Ale Brewing. They do a fantastic job. Again, not sponsored by any of the brewing companies that I've been talking about today, or the Brewtique. But just to let you all know, it's fantastic. It's really good. I enjoy it. This is the first time I've had the Commissar, or the Commissar, as I should say, and it's really good. And so we both gave it 7.5 thumbs up. fantastic. If you have a chance, go out there, ask for it by name, the Commissar. Hey, and shout out to Brother Rob who helped me with the drinking session out at the Brewtique. As you can see, Brewtique also has some fantastic uh, pinball machines out there. So if you like pinball, definitely go out there and check it out. I think they even do a tournament or they have like a game night where they do it. But once again, thank you for everyone watching the show. And there, next time we will be back to our cocktails. All right, everybody, that is the show for this week. So I want to thank everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If there's anything you see that you did not like or anything that you'd like to see on the show, please let me know. You can leave comments here on the show at Javier In the Air on YouTube. My handle is hashtag Javier In the Air 01. That's all one word, Javier In the Air 01. Be sure and preface it with the hashtag. If you like what you saw, please hit subscribe down below. The more people I get, the happier I am. Might even do a happy dance for the show. Or I might do the happy dance for the show if you don't subscribe. So you better subscribe, depending on what you like, what you see. But if you have anything you'd like to, like I said, if you want to see something on the show, please let me know. If you think I should tweak something, please let me know. If you are a media or marketing darling and you'd like to tell me how to try to get this to be more of a game winner, game changer, a money maker, whatever. Right now I make no money off this, so probably why it retains a smaller audience. Please let me know, and maybe we can start looking at this, and this can become something that you'd say, I was there when it happened. Yeah, probably will. But anyway, do what you have to do. If you like what you see, please let me know, and I will see everybody again in 2 weeks. Thanks a lot, everybody.